English Express special interview with Ola and Anna Rosling, co-authors of Factfulness, a bestseller about how most people see the state of the world as much worse than it really is.
In a post-truth, stressed-out world, sorting fact from fiction has never been more important. The fact is, when we think about the state of our world, the vast majority of us have it all wrong. We think it's a lot poorer, a lot more violent, and a lot less healthy than it actually is. And that's the start and basic message behind the best-selling book, Factfulness. Hans Rosling was a Swedish professor whose first TED Talk went viral until he died last year. He dedicated his life to making us all look at the stats. Hans Rosling's son Ola and his wife Anna helped write the book. Hans was trying to teach throughout his life things are not as bad as they look, and that there are inherent biases to why people get stressed and depressed and negative and focus on the bad. Sum it up for me, Anna.
One of the biggest problems is probably that we think that we know what the world is like, but we don't. And since we think we know it, we have a very hard time relearning. We have done tests.
We have done tests within 14 countries and tested 12,000 people, and out of 12 questions they scored very, very bad.
On average people score 2 correct out of 12, and that is pretty low.
The funny thing is that those questions are ABC questions, which means that by random you would score one-third correct, like a chimpanzee do. That means 4 correct out of 12.
How can humans score worse than random?
So we're not discussing lack of knowledge. We're discussing actively false knowledge. False perception of the world is the only thing that you can
be worse than random. We've been testing Nobel laureates and academics in university after university, and they score just like the public. So could we just go ahead and ask you 2 or 3 questions or one question here?
Yeah, go ahead.
In all low-income countries across the world today, how many girls finish primary school? Is it A, 20%?
20%,
B 50%, or C 60%.
I'm going to go for C.
Maybe because we are supposed to pick the best answer. Yeah, it's actually correct. 60% of girls go to school in the worst off countries. The low-income countries, people believe it's 75 or 60% of humanity. It's not. It's only 9% of humans live in so-called low-income countries. But even in those worst off countries, 60% of girls finish primary school.
One of the ways to sum up your philosophy and sum up the book is to say that it is the sort of synthesis of the notion that there is bad in the world, but things are getting better and not as bad as we want to believe. Is that right?
Is that right? Yes. It's not only that things are better, it's also to get the proportions right, saying that maybe 80% of humanity actually have gotten it much better during the last 50 years.
We do live in a very negative and a very stressed out political world right now.
How does this empower people? So for example, we have defined the 10 dramatic instincts. One of them is negativity. When someone says that something is getting worse, we should stop and ask ourselves, is this just over-reporting? Today, we can see all the news that are flourishing. It's actually a sign of improvement that we know more about the fakes. So maybe sometimes we're confusing more disasters with the feeling that this phenomena itself is increasing, while it's actually an increase of reporting.
But listen, there are really awful things happening.
Yes, and the book is not about saying those bad things are not happening, because they are, and we need to really look at them and really understand them to make a difference. But to do that, we need to put them in a perspective that is more realistic. And hopefully, by looking at the long-term trends getting better, we can get a sense that we can actually make differences even in a positive direction.
We should not look away from the news, but we need to realize they are not giving a representative picture of the total world. They are reporting the exceptions, and they should.
Anderson Cooper 360, considering the persistent problem of gun violence in the United States, with mass shooting survivor and gun control activist David Hogg.
Shortly after El Paso, Dayton, the president was going to stand up to the NRA in his position that imposing tougher background checks for gun buyers would be the first step onto a slippery slope. That's a common NRA talking point. The president said he did not buy the slippery slope argument from the NRA. David Hogg joins us now. He survived the shooting at Florida Stoneman Douglas High School. Is now a gun control advocate. David, appreciate you being with us. I'm wondering, first of all, what your response is to this, the idea that they're going to have some gun proposals by, when Congress comes back.
I love the idea. But it's painful to see this again, if I'm being honest.
Because this is what he did after Parkland.
It's exactly what he did after Parkland. And it's exactly what he's done again and again after every single one of these mass shootings that gets on TV. And I think what we need to realize is we got to tell him that you can't keep doing that. Right? If you're going to say you're going to do something, do it. Donald Trump says he's a man of his word. He says that he is someone that is able to get his job done and is able to take action, and that he is not controlled by anyone. Prove it. Prove that you're not controlled by anyone, right? That's what I would say to him. Realize that when you go back and forth and you get caught up in these debates, that shows how you think politics is a game. But when people think politics is a game, people die.
Yeah, I mean, clearly he talks for the news cycle so he can dominate with headlines of, he wants stronger, meaningful background checks, and then he hopes people will not pay attention and fervor will die down. I want to talk about what your group March for Our Lives, you've unveiled basically a sweeping gun control plan today, in part to keep pressure on lawmakers. It includes a gun registry, and correct me if I'm wrong, an assault weapons ban, and a mandatory buyback of all assault weapons. There's a lot of gun owners out there who are going to hear that and say, well, wait a minute, every one of those things is a non-starter politically.
And that's all right. It's okay for us to disagree because I personally believe that discourse is one of the most American things if you look back at our history, right? But that is why it's so important that everybody goes out and votes on these issues. I think the real reason Donald Trump is starting to talk about background checks is because they're very worried about Virginia and Pennsylvania and the fact that they know that they are going to start losing the suburbs very quickly if they don't start being good on these issues.
But a mandatory buyback of assault weapons, I mean, there are millions and millions of them out there. That's basically confiscation. I mean, yes, you're paying somebody for their weapon, but you are telling anybody who has one they're going to have to give it up, which is the greatest, concern / fear.
Well, let's think about it this way. These are weapons of war that never should have been on our streets in the first place. I can guarantee you that the framers of the Constitution never would have imagined a weapon like the AR-15 being in the hands of an American citizen. They never would have imagined somebody going into a school.
But doesn't this play into the narrative of, Democrats want to take away your guns?
I think it plays into the narrative of, look, if we want to talk about this issue in reality, we're going to be honest about it. We're not going to dance around the issue. And March for Our Lives is not a group of Democrats. We're not a group of Republicans. We're a group of Americans that believe in peace and that we want to create it. And, even though that may be a non-starter for some people, that's okay because this plan talks about many other things as well. And if this plan ends up in Congress and they say, a gun registry is a non-starter or the assault weapons ban and a mandatory buyback program are non-starters, okay, maybe we start talking about reclassifying them as Class 3 firearms and making sure that you have to have the right permitting in place where you can still go and use them, but people aren't going to have nearly as easy accessibility to them to go and commit mass shootings as they are currently.
So this is setting the bar high, and let's have a discussion.
Yeah, let's have a discussion. And that's what I would say to Donald Trump. If you want to have a discussion about peace and how Americans can come together, and not only talk about mass shootings, but talk about the reality of gun violence in the United States today and the stories that are not on TV, and the fact that 2/3 of gun deaths happen in rural and suburban areas that are predominantly gun suicides. Let's talk about that. Let's have an actual conversation about mental health where it's not continuously stigmatized. Let's have a conversation about why in the United States, in almost every community, it is easier to access a gun to end your own pain than it is to go and access an affordable, quality therapist. And for those that want to really see this plan, I would encourage you to go to marchforourlives.com. We talk about all of these things. If you disagree, that's okay, but at least you know what we're talking about.
David Hogg, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
早いね。普通にこういうの聞くの難しいわ。David Hogg joins us now. David Hogg joins us now. Joins us now. He survived the shooting. He survived the shooting in Florida's Stoneman Douglas High School. Now gun control advocates They will appreciate you being with us. They will appreciate being with us. 1G and first of all responses that I did it.